Good morning. It's Carolyn, Holistic Anxiety Coach here. And today I wanted to talk about alignment. Are you in alignment, or do you let other people's priorities become your priorities? So it's a rainy, gray day here. It really looks like I'm filming this at night or something, but it is the morning. It's Wednesday morning. So how do you know? Hey, Sharanda, what's up, girl? So how do you know if you're in alignment or not? So your emotions will tell you. Your emotions will guide you and let you know whether or not you are in alignment or not in alignment. So they're your internal guidance system. So if you are heading toward what you want, you're going to feel hope, interest, joy, happiness, enthusiasm, all those good things, right? But if you're heading away from what you want or what is in alignment for you, oh, sending me some sunshine. Yeah, girl, I need some sunshine here today. But at least spring is coming, and it's the first day of spring. Yay. So I'm so excited. So if you're heading away from what is in alignment for you, you're going to get all those negative emotions coming up for you, right? You're going to feel, anxiety for sure. That is a huge thing for me. When I am not in alignment with what is true for me, my anxiety always goes up. So anxiety, fear, anger, resentment, worry. If you're feeling those emotions, you know you are probably not heading towards what's in alignment for you. And you know what? It's such a hard thing to see. I see this everywhere I look, that people let other people's priorities become their priorities, and they totally lose themselves. They totally become out of alignment with themselves, and that, I think, is such a cause of so much of these negative emotions that come up for people. I see it I see it as a pattern. It's been a pattern in my family. And so I have a feeling of like that's where I got it. I was used to always putting other people's opinions above my own. And I think that was kind of like expected. I see it across the board there. I see it with a lot of friends. I definitely see it, of course, with clients. So when I'm seeing this, there's a lot of different ways it could come up, right? You see people that stay in unhealthy relationships, right? They don't speak up for themselves. And even if so even if they're staying in a relationship and it's not necessarily unhealthy, it'll still be like, not making it's always about the other person. It's never about themselves. So like they might be saying to me, or to their friends or whoever, I never have time for myself. I'm always so busy. I'm always, taking care of the household, working, taking care of the kids, blah, blah, blah. Yet their husband is going out golfing every weekend for, a good part of the day, at least one of the days of the week. What's up with that? Why don't they have a girls' day or whatever? Why not? I see that all the time. You can have time. You got to make that time. You got to stand up for yourself. If you sacrifice too much yourself for anything, for your spouse, for your children, for a job, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to become out of alignment unless that is totally what you're passionate about and you're feeling that, all those good positive emotions. If you're not, it's telling you that something is not in alignment for you. Something is not right for you, and that's something that you need to look at. It's something you need to listen to. So you don't do anybody any favors coming into a relationship incomplete, unfulfilled. So if you think you're doing the right thing by sacrificing for your spouse or for your children, I'm going to have to disagree with that. And that doesn't mean that you don't, do anything for other people. I mean, it does make you feel good to do things for other people, right? It's not saying just totally disregard them Don't care for your children. I mean, that's just crazy, right? It just means that you matter too. And who you are and what you want and your priorities, what's important to you matters too, right? So I think that when people are, not in alignment, it sets up this I'm not good enough mentality, because they're not considering themselves. And if you're doing that and you are in a family, with a spouse, raising kids or whatever, that mentality can be passed down. And do you want to see your child always doing for everybody else but never doing for themselves? Like my mom, she was always doing for everybody else. She sometimes had like once every couple months, like where she'd get together with some girlfriends sometimes when I was smaller. But I mean, like, she never bought hardly herself any new clothes. She didn't, there's so many things she didn't do because it was just all about raising her kids, right? Excuse me. I swear every video I always have that, right? That's all my stomach issues. So, and I just always saw that, and it was just always about everybody else, never about herself. And so as her kids grew up, I feel like we took that on, and it's taken me time to break free from it. And it's totally improved my life as I have. It's totally reduced my anxiety as I have started to break free from that. So another reason to see that you're not doing your kids a favor by always just doing for them and not for yourself, right? So now, like, another way I see this come up for a lot of people, I don't know if I mentioned this yet or not, is that they stay in a job they hate, or a very unsatisfying job, or a job where, they're just getting badgered all day by a coworker or a manager. So when things like this come up, I'm not saying you should just so I'm saying, okay, so if you want to be in alignment, you want to make choices that feel good, right? So if you're like, well, my job doesn't feel good, I quit. That's not what I'm saying, because then you might become out of alignment, like financially, right? What I'm saying is you want to be cognizant that you have options, and you want to create more options for yourself and start moving towards those better choices, moving towards the next best thought, the things that make you feel good. So if your job is that miserable for you, start moving towards something you do want. Start doing looking into a career change or a job change and moving towards that. And then as you do, it will come up that will appear into your life, and you'll be able to leave that job without having financial strain. Or if you had to if you're like, well, I mean, I would have to take a pay cut. Okay, so what's more important to you? You have choices. Is a lot of things and the big home and all this more important to you? Or are you willing to make sacrifices to be happy, to do with less but be happy? Same thing if you're with an imperfect partner. I'm not saying necessarily, oh, the answer is just leave your partner, right? You want to make choices that are going to lead you to more happiness. You want to see that there's more options. And sometimes when we're in it, it's very hard for us to see that there are a lot more options out there than maybe we can see right now. Right? So that's why you want to just start at least by making choices that feel good. So if it feels good to you to, to really try to work on that relationship and know you've done everything you can, and see if you can do counseling or whatever it might be, do those things. And then if you're still getting nowhere and you're miserable and you decide to leave, that would be your next best thing. And again, that's going to come with its own set of consequences. But if you're moving towards what feels best, you're going to get to a place of less anxiety and more alignment. And that's what I'm looking for everybody. I just want them, each of us, to be able to be aware that we only are given this one life. We're not put here to be miserable and be anxious and and just have all these, you know, problems in our life. And when you start making choices that feel good, that means they are in alignment with you, it's going to open up all of these new possibilities for you. It's going to help shift your thinking. You're going to see better options. You're going to start to feel better feeling thoughts. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. I just want you really to start to tune in, and you're just going to find you have access. It's all within you. You have access to these solutions. You have access to these better ideas for your life. Yes, Sharanda, right? And I just don't want you to feel that you don't. I don't want you to feel that your life is dictated by somebody else, because it's not. It's dictated by you. You're the one that has the power and can point it in the direction you want it to go in. So I want you to just start by making choices that feel good. And that's all I have today for this Wednesday. So I hope you guys enjoy your day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.